Believe in yourself. This is episode 2 of Confidence Building 101 from 1 Hour Shower, where relationships are saved from the drain. You guys already know what this channel is about. I've already told you, but let me remind you, it's here to help you guys with relationship problems, just problems with life, friends, girls, guys, your family, anything that you're having a problem with. You know, as crazy as it may sound, send me that message, ask me that question, post the comment down below, and maybe there's a chance that I can help you with it. I created Confidence Building 101 to help you guys feel less fear, feel less anxiety, and just believe in yourself so you can have a great life. One that I know that you want because I want that, and one that is possible through practice. Confidence is something that can be learned. It's not something that if you don't have right now, you'll never have. If you practice these things, you'll feel better on a day-to-day basis, and that's huge. That's exactly what I want from you guys. Whatever group you're a part of, your family, your friends, work, I want you to be a more valuable member of that group. And I think that if you practice some of these things that we talk about here, you will be a more valuable member of those groups. When we sit here and talk about believing in yourself, one of the first things that comes to mind is accepting yourself. And that is absolutely huge. Accepting who you are, what you stand for, what you want out of life, accepting your past. And it's important that you realize that skinnier isn't necessarily prettier. Taller doesn't mean you're going to be more successful. It's really important that you accept everything about yourself. And it's not just physical appearance. I think accepting what you don't like is important too. And let me explain what I mean by that. Someone put me in a position recently where I had to say no, and I hate saying no. And when I told this person near me, I said, you know, I can't stand saying no, and this person knows that. They know I have a hard time with it. And the person gave me really good advice, and I want to give it to you right now. And that is that if you don't like something and an opportunity comes up where you feel that negative feeling, it's actually a blessing, and here's why. It's a chance for you to work on that feeling. So this person asked me something, and I said no, and it gave me a chance to practice something that I don't like doing. And now that I see it that way, it's going to make it easier for me. So for you in your life, if you start feeling like you don't like something and you're frustrated that someone is putting you in that position, count it as a blessing, because it's going to give you a chance to focus in on that, strengthen that, and just get more focus in that part of your life, and that's going to make life a lot easier for you. Another important part of believing in yourself and giving yourself the availability mentally and spiritually to believe in yourself is reframing things. On a day-to-day basis, when you feel negative things or you feel negative words being associated with something, it's important that you reframe that, just slightly turning it a little bit, replacing those negative thoughts with positive ones. Even if it is difficult, it's important that you do that. And I'll give you a small example of something that happened with me recently, and it's a very small example, but it shows you how my mind works. I washed my blankets, my pillowcases, my sheets, I washed everything. And as I'm putting them back on the bed, I saw a tear in the blanket, a big hole that I knew wasn't there. It was a new tear. And I quickly said to myself, oh, it adds character to the blanket. Now, it's actually funny when you look at it. You know, logically I should have stopped and said, how did I get this tear in this blanket? Where did this come from? Why is this here? Instead of me doing that because I know it's going to make me feel negative feelings, I just said, oh, you know, my blanket has a tear in it now. Adds character to it. Nobody else has a blanket exactly like this one now. You know, and that's important for reframing things. If you approach life with that, seeing something, feeling something, and quickly reframing it, it gives you the availability, you know, just to focus on more important things in life. Something that holds us back from feeling confident is fear and anxiety. And I want you guys to just take a moment to stop and look at fear and anxiety as a gift rather than a curse. And what I mean by that is, if you're watching this video, you have survived generations upon generations of life. And that means many, many difficult moments that our ancestors had to survive in order for you to be here. And fear actually applies to that because fear is a blessing. It allows us to kind of sense things, just for us to know when something's not right, or to kind of get our guard up a little bit to protect us. And the reason I'm talking about that is because instead of saying, I can't stand feeling fear, I can't stand feeling anxiety, this is another example of reframing. Just slightly turning it and saying, fear is a gift, what am I afraid of? Why is it controlling me at this moment? And what can I do to move away from these feelings of fear? So again, reframing and learning that fear and anxiety are not truly what they appear to be. And there's going to be exceptions, but that is mostly the case. Replacing negative thoughts and negative people is something that's very important to building confidence and self-esteem and believing in yourself. I think when you start feeling like you're going to say something negative, stopping for a moment and doing your best to not say that, and if you begin to feel negatively around someone, just distancing yourself from them. You don't have to completely remove them from your life, but I think it's important to learn that if you're associated with someone and you spend time with someone, you are going to become kind of like that. There's an old saying that if you hang around with poop, you're going to smell like it. And it's really true. If you are in a group that you necessarily don't feel good about being in, others on the outside are going to look at you as part of that group. Even though you're not completely invested in it, you are part of that group to other people. And finally, the last part of today's lesson, believing in yourself, is going to be doing what you love. If you have hobbies that you like participating in, do them. And if others are critical of them, forget about them. No matter what hobby you have in life, no matter what you do in life, there will always be someone or a group or a large portion of people who don't like it, who think that it's a waste of time, a waste of money. It makes you not cool. It makes you not popular. But if it makes you happy, then you should do it. If it's video games or swimming or making YouTube videos or working, 2 jobs, if you feel good when you are doing those things, then do not care what anyone else thinks. I can guarantee that there's people in my life that say to myself, why are you making YouTube videos? You should be doing this or you should be doing that. And there's other people that are going to be saying, your videos are awesome, I love it. I can't live my life to make other people happy because that is impossible. Even if you were to do something that 99% of people think is awesome and it's so cool, there's going to be 1% that don't. That's just life. Just like last week's video, I have 2 challenges for you guys that I think are going to help you practice some of the things we talked about today and practice letting you work through some of those fears and anxieties. The first is going to be just getting out, getting active. I'm not asking you to lift weights or to do Zumba. I simply want you to push yourself to walk. Get out of the house and do your best to walk around the neighborhood, take a walk on a nice day, go hiking, see if a friend wants to go with you, listen to a podcast, listen to other self-help podcasts or YouTube videos in your headphones when you walk. I encourage you to do that, not just listening to this one, but any other confidence building podcasts or videos that you may enjoy. Last week, one of the challenges I asked you to do was to call someone, and I hope you did that. I hope you did both challenges that we talked about last week in last week's video. This week, I want you to talk to 3 strangers. I want you to approach them, just compliment them on something they're wearing, tell them that you have to buy a gift for someone and you want to buy them something like that. And just or you can talk about the weather, but just conversate with them and see where it takes you. And even if it lasts 20-30 seconds, just saying, oh, it was nice to meet you, have a nice day, I hope all is well, and I hope you're doing good. You can practice being more confident, and these 2 challenges are going to help you tremendously. I hope you guys like this. If you have any questions or you have anything to say, just drop it in a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and subscribe to 1 Hour Shower because I'm going to have more videos. I have 2 more videos coming for this series, the confidence building. So send me your messages. Like I said at the beginning of the video, any questions, send them to me. This is youtube.com/1hourshower, where relationships are saved from the drain. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.